Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're going to spend some time at the Virginia Cooperative Extension Office here in Suffolk and find out all the great program offerings they have there in the way of agriculture, and also explain the key role that agriculture plays in everyone's lives. And also in today's show, we're going to be coming to you from East Suffolk Recreation Center and highlights offerings that they have here to help you get fit in 2013. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're joined now by Mike Frickadees, the fitness specialist here at the East Suffolk Recreation Center. Mike, thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
You know, it was about, I think maybe a couple years ago, we stood very similar circumstances talking about a new year, new you type approach to things, and I think that's the angle we're going to take today, plus highlight some of the great offerings that people have here, you have here at East Suffolk.
Sure.
Again, you just said a few minutes ago, it's been about 4 years since the facility has been open. And again, holding up in great shape, and again, all the great exercise equipment and the resources that are available here. But Mike, let's talk about this. 2013 has just begun.
Yes.
Of course, everybody's thinking, or not everybody, but a lot of people are thinking about dieting, getting in shape, kind of, you know, again, new year, new you.
Right.
What are some good things to, when you're thinking about that, thinking about getting in shape or starting a fitness regimen, what should someone consider? What are some of the basic things they need to think about before they do anything?
Yes. First of all, I'd like you to consider what your current fitness level is. So for instance, many people in the general population can do a really simple self-assessment. Right. If you ask yourself, are you a smoker, diabetic, have high blood pressure, perhaps high cholesterol, then you may want to see your healthcare provider before you start any kind of exercise program.
Right.
And you can also come and talk to myself or another certified personal trainer or an exercise physiologist and say, yes, you are ready or not ready to start an exercise program. And then you should probably try to figure out why you want to exercise. What are your goals to help you stay motivated? And look for something fun to do. So, for instance, if you wanted to come here and join the East Suffolk Rec Center, we have a lot of different programs that are available. Group exercise programs, personal training that you could do. What seems to work for many people is to find somebody that can keep you motivated. So find a buddy or get your family involved with your exercise program and with your goals. So I would say, get yourself screened, figure out what your goals are, find something that you enjoy to do, and I'd be more than willing to help anybody with those different goals. For instance, if your goal was to lose weight and you needed to set a realistic and achievable weight loss goal, and I can help you with that kind of information. You know, saying, for instance, saying about 1 to 2 pounds a week. About 10% of your body weight over a 6-month period, for instance. And as well as how often during the week you should exercise. How many minutes do you want to try to spend? So those are good ideas to start with.
Okay, so because I guess what you can do is really tailor an exercise program to the individual, because again, everybody has different goals. Everybody has different time commitment availability. And also just the willingness to do it, because it really kind of rolls into one, doesn't it?
That's correct. So physical activity is the key. And it would be great if you just got up off the couch, if you're sedentary, and started doing something active. But if you're looking for a structured exercise program, and you would like to come to a personal trainer or an exercise physiologist and say, tell me what I need to do when I go into the gym. That's the kind of thing we can help you out here with at the East Suffolk Rec Center. What kind of stretching do you need to help you meet your goals or help you improve your health? What kind of muscle strength or endurance? How much and what type of cardio best fits you, as well as putting the whole program together. So we can help you with that. But there are a lot of things. The key is to find something that you enjoy to help you meet your goals. And there's a lot of things that you could do here. If you're interested in group exercise, we have Zumba classes, for instance, which is an aerobics class that's kind of set to a Latin dance music style. Our instructor is one of the best in the area. Ashley, she does a great job. And a lot of people are intimidated about group exercise because they think, well, I'm a beginner and I can't keep up. She does a wonderful job of tailoring the program to people who are brand new to it. So she can show you how to do the exercises if you've never done them before, and as well as for a medium intensity, and how to pick up the pace if you want to go along with that.
Now, one thing you mentioned earlier, a word that you said several times, was the word goal. And I think a lot of people might go into, well, I want to do this, and it might not be a goal that's really attainable. And I know that can get discouraging and people give up because I'm never going to get there. I'm not seeing the progress I want. What is a good way to approach setting your goals for yourself to become more fit, lose weight, or whatever you're really trying to achieve overall? What's a good way to kind of go about that from that perspective?
When I talk to clients or people who come to me for personal training or that want to get a free fitness assessment or a free workout plan here, I ask them what their goals are because that's what is really important. It should be an individual's goal.
Right.
And then I help them determine whether or not that goal is realistic and achievable.
Yes.
So for instance, if someone were to come to me and say, I want to lose X amount of pounds, I say, okay, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about what a healthy and realistic weight loss actually is and how that's attainable. And oftentimes that is right within their goals. If I say, if you lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, and at the end of the month you've lost 4 to 8, and at the end of 6 months you've lost about 25 to 32 pounds, would you be happy with that? Most people are. They just need to understand what's possible.
Correct.
So that's basically, that's where I come in. So that's where an expert can help them out with that.
Now, if someone were to come to East Suffolk, how does it work? How are the programs set up here? So, number one, I know obviously some membership fees, which are very, very reasonable.
Right.
But also, if you could explain that as well as how they get in touch with you or someone else to help, as you noted, guide them through and kind of get them started, whether it's just to kick them off or whether it's to kind of walk with them through the process. Talk about how that works.
Sure. Well, first of all, we'd like you to become a member of the East Suffolk Recreation Center.
Right.
And that fee depends upon whether you are a youth, adult, or a senior.
Okay.
And so that's a yearly fee to become a Recreation Center member. That gets you a card, gets you access to our building, our facility here. So you can use anything in our facility. The gymnasium if you want to play basketball, or our game room, or our computer lab, or it also gives you the opportunity to join our senior center.
Right.
If you'd like to use the fitness center, you say, well, I would like to also join fitness.
Right.
And then there's a monthly fee for that.
Okay.
And it changes. This fitness center is available to those who are 16 and up. So the price changes between youth, adults, and seniors.
Right.
So there's a monthly fee for that.
Okay.
And it goes month to month. So each month you come in and you swipe your card. The office assistant up front will say, well, then you have to renew.
Correct.
So it's as simple as that. It's very simple. There's no contract involved.
Good
a
deal.
month to month for the fitness.
Okay.
Once you become a Recreation Center member, it also gives you access to many of our programs. So for instance, talking about getting physically active, if you'd like to join line dancing, that'll give you the opportunity to take a line dancing class. Line dancing or low impact aerobics or a Bootcamp class, which is a little bit higher intensity but has a variety of exercise protocols, strength and cardio and flexibility all mixed in, or the Zumba class, or any of those. You can join them if you're not a member, but then you're going to have a non-resident fee, non-membership fee to go along with that.
Okay.
And I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
So, and if you want to get in touch with me,
there you go. You're right.
if you want to get in touch with me, you can simply come on down here.
Okay.
You're welcome to walk up to the front desk and say, "I'd like to speak to Mike."
Right.
You're welcome to call me at 514-4504 or the fitness center at 514-4505 and leave a message. I will return your call immediately. Our website has all of this information on there. If you go to Parks and Recreation Department, we've got a link to the fitness center. So if you've never been here before and you don't have the opportunity to come down, you can take a look at that link, and we have pictures of the facility. So you can see if this is the right fit for you.
Got it.
And as well as describes the trainers who work there. So if you see we have the right qualifications that you're interested in.
Now you mentioned a free assessment. How does that work, and where does that take you from that point? If once you come in to get that done, you have to schedule that, I would assume, right?
Right. Yes, you do.
Okay.
A fitness assessment takes about 45 minutes to an hour, so it's important to schedule that. Now, as I said before, when somebody decides, I'm going to get up on the couch, I'm going to make a difference, I'm going to change my lifestyle, I want to be physically active, we don't want to put up a lot of barriers for that person. Most people can do their own assessment and say, like I said before, am I any of these things? Then maybe I want to see my doctor first. And if not, well, then I can get up and start walking, or I can go down to the gym. If you'd like, you can also come here and see me, and we do a free fitness assessment that basically looks at some parts of physical fitness, which is many things. We look at your height, your weight, your BMI. We measure your flexibility as well as your muscular fitness and endurance, and then your cardiorespiratory fitness, how well your body uses oxygen. And it's not a test. We don't do this to say, hey, you're out of shape, or you're in shape, or you're looking good. This is just sort of a baseline for where you're at. It's a great way to set goals. So I can say, okay, here I am. if I try this program that I will also write up for you for free,
Right.
and I do this for 8 to 12 weeks, this is where I should be at the time.
Right.
Chronic or long-term exercise can help reduce blood pressure and heart rate, so perhaps that's working. My BMI or body fat's coming down, so it's working. I've gotten stronger, more flexible,
Right.
or it perhaps met any one of my goals. But that's free. You just talk to me.
Got it.
Free fitness assessment and a free program. And I'll walk you through that and show you how to do your program. And then if you're interested in personal training after that, you can also talk to me, and we do personal training at $10 an hour. A lot of different reasons to do personal training.
Right.
Sometimes it's just to teach someone how to do a program,
Sure.
and that's a wonderful reason.
Right.
Or perhaps just to stay motivated.
Okay. Well, again, one of the things you've stressed here, it's really easy to do as far as to come in here and get off the couch and make that first step, if you will, to becoming better fit or reaching some of the exercise or personal goals that you have for yourself.
Yes.
So again, that's one step. And one other step to mention, one of the exercise programs, Suffolk Senior Size. That's a new program, or actually an existing program, I should say, on Suffolk Municipal Channel 8. Of course, we've been shooting some segments right here at East Suffolk, and you'll be seeing some of your friends and neighbors out there. Again, Suffolk Senior Size, geared toward the seniors in our society, in our community. Again, watch it every day, 9:30 on Suffolk Municipal Channel 8, so a great way to check that out. And another part of the exercise thing, if you want to maybe do some low impact things, there's a way to do that there. Again, really geared towards seniors. I want to get that plug in right there. And Mike, thank you very much for taking time to spend with us today. And again, we'll have all of his contact information on the screen, mention the website, all the great ways to get in touch and get fit here at East Suffolk Recreation Center. Welcome back to On the Scene, joined now by two members of the Virginia Cooperative Extension Office here in Suffolk. We have Marcus Williams and Danielle Jones. Thank you both for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
And Marcus, Danielle, I know we've had you as a guest before, but Marcus,
Yes.
you're new, so to speak, since October, but you're not new to Suffolk. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and how you came to be part of the Extension Office here?
Okay. Well, I am from Suffolk. I graduated from Nance River High School in 2002. I went on to go to Virginia State University to study plant and soil science with a concentration in horticulture and environmental science. The way I got to come to be in cooperative extension through my internships working at the research center, which is on Holland Road, and working at my university on Randolph Farm and at the MT Carter building. Before I got this job, I was in Knoxville, Tennessee, working at Iams Nature Center through AmeriCorps, which is a great organization. I applied for the job, and I came in for my first interview. I was a little nervous, but I didn't think I did that well, but they assured me I did pretty well, and I would hear back from them. And I did get the position, and now I feel a great sense of pride to be able to give back to the community that garners my love for agriculture.
Now, what got you started in agriculture? I mean, where did your early, pardon the expression, where'd your early roots come from to help bring you into the field that you're in now?
Okay, I started off, I went to a 4-H camp out in Surrey, and it kind of started there, and then I continued on at Nance River to be a part of the FFA club.
Right.
And then from there, I was kind of on the fence about whether I was going to do agriculture or not,
Right.
because I had another interest that I was interested in. But I said agriculture is more universal because people are always going to need to know how to grow food,
Sure.
and how to grow food in more efficient ways. So that's pretty much what pushed me towards agriculture.
Okay. Now, with the Extension Office, what is your exact responsibilities? What is your territory, so to speak, or area of expertise?
Okay. My area of expertise is field crop production, and also I work with horticulture and some of the green industry. The greens industry is nursery production. And basically any questions that anybody has along the lines of agriculture as far as lawn maintenance, animal questions, and also because we have a lot of people that come in to ask questions about alpacas, llamas, peacocks, different various animals that are in the city.
Sound like you're running a zoo here, you know?
So my title is pretty broad spectrum. It's concerned anything that's in the realm of agriculture.
I got you. Now, I know that certainly agriculture plays an important part in everybody's lives. I mean, certainly for whether you eat it, you grow it, you do something with it. But just talk about it. In fact, I wanted both of you to chime in on this part. What what is the importance of agriculture in everybody's lives? I don't think people totally realize that, and I think it's one of the objectives that the Extension Office tries to get out there, to let people know this is, very important, and this is the things that we can do to help you help yourself, so to speak.
Okay.
I think agriculture plays a very important role in everyone's life, especially think about where your food comes from.
Right.
I often speak with youth here in the city, and with the urban youth in the city, they don't even know where their food comes from, and their food comes from agriculture.
Sure.
And so it plays a very important role here within the city of Suffolk.
It also plays a role as far as a lot of people don't know, agriculture can be you going out to put your recyclables in the recycling bin.
Yes.
It could also be you going and getting a plant from various nurseries. Right. It could be interacting with a certain farmer in your area, or using CSAs, which is community supported agriculture, which you have a vegetable producer grows a set amount of crops, and he sells a certain amount to you each, whether it's every weekly or bi-weekly, however that is.
Right.
That's agriculture also. So we all don't know that when we go to the store and we look at the back of a label or look at a fruit or vegetable, we're involved in agriculture. Or even if you're in an apartment building and you have a little garden on your back terrace, that's agriculture also.
That's right. And I guess, like you say, both of you said that you don't think about the impact it has on everybody's lives, just on the day-to-day things, the things you don't think, well, you don't realize it is agriculture when you really get down to it. Now, Danielle, something you mentioned, and again, I believe you have a teaching background, correct?
Yes, I do have a teaching background.
And you focus on the 4-H and some of the youth programs as far as to your services here. Talk about what role you play in this office as well.
In this office, I am the unit coordinator as well as the 4-H extension agent, and I work with youth ages 5 to 18 with the programming that we have from Virginia Tech University. Right. I also am within this program. We have food nutrition program assistants. They also service adults and youth.
Okay.
So 4-H has been around for a very, very long time, and I basically train volunteers to carry out programs here in the city, 4-H clubs, and I also have partnerships that I have programs here in the city as well.
Okay. Any programs that maybe you'd like to promote or maybe get the word out there that if people are interested or just maybe want to find out a little more information about it, what if you could kind of lay out some of those things that maybe some objectives or plans or hot items that you might have on the docket.
Actually, this is a great time to do that because this is our planning season.
Good deal.
So I am currently looking for 4-H adult volunteers to carry out programs here within the city and the communities, and form community clubs. And basically, 4-H volunteers, you can be from the age of 19 and up.
Okay. And
you will be trained on the curriculum of interest for the need of that area. Also, we have programming with Character Counts, which is a character building program, as well as a 4-H Health Rocks program that deals with teaching youth about substance abuse, drugs, and alcohol.
Right.
And so we have so much to offer.
Correct.
We would just need the adult volunteers that be willing to carry it out. And also I carry out programming as well.
What type of a background? Do you have to have an agricultural background to participate with that program and be a volunteer that you mentioned?
No, not at all. You do not have to have an agriculture background. If you have a love for a particular subject area, you can, we have curriculum that may meet the needs, such as electricity curriculum. We have gardening curriculum. We also have curriculum on leadership, financial management, financial education as well. So whatever you have an interest in, we may have that curriculum for you that you can be trained in to carry out and help the youth in that community.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about if you're a youth or perhaps a parent or a caregiver for youth and they're interested in getting involved in some of the programs? What are some ways they can go about doing that?
They can contact our office. They can contact me, and basically they can give me their information and tell me what their need is. And we have different delivery modes. And the delivery modes for programming can be after school club, in-school club, school enrichment, community club. We also have a large camping program that takes place in the summer where youth ages 9 to 13 are able to go away for a week.
Nice. And
we go away to Airfield 4-H Educational Center in Wakefield.
Okay.
So they can contact me if they have an interest, and we can talk about starting a club in the community or meeting as well.
So you can kind of serve as sort of like, I use the term a clearinghouse, because you kind of know all the contacts and the groups and things that are going on in the community, so they don't necessarily Well, I mean, certainly they can approach those clubs themselves, but you also could kind of funnel them out there and let them know what opportunities are available, right?
Yes, what opportunities are available and what curriculum we have available from Virginia Tech University and Virginia State, and the resources that they can use to carry out youth programming in their areas.
Okay, all right. Marcus, I'm going to shift back for you for just a second. Talk about some initiatives or things that maybe you have coming up with the new year. We just christened it 2013. But talk about some of the goals that you have in mind for this coming year, or long term for that matter as well.
I mean, we have the Master Gardeners class is about to come up, and we're still taking applications for that. We also have the Master Naturalist organization, who is based in Isle of Wight, but it encompasses Suffolk, Southampton, and Surrey.
Okay.
We also have the Master Well Water Association, which is placed in cities that have people who are still using well water. And as a lot of people know that we still have people in Whaleyville or the Chuckatuck-Hobson area who are still using well water. Right now we're in the process of using the VDAX, who has the pesticide container recycling program. And what we're doing that for is, a lot of farmers have empty pesticide containers, and instead of taking those to the landfill, what VDAX does is they offer a service where they have somebody come out twice a year to grind up the containers for them, so they're not going into not going into the landfill, which kind of cuts down on some of the stress on the landfill.
Sure.
We also have the Learning Garden at Mac Ben Junior Elementary School, which we're going to be starting building on that at the end of January.
Okay.
And last night I just got finished talking to the PTA at Mac Ben Junior Elementary School about what's going to be going on there. We're going to have a composting set out there to show kids, instead of throwing away their apple cores or orange peels or only specific things that can be composted. We're going to take them out there and show them the different stages of composting. Also, we're going to show them some of the crops that are grown in the city of Suffolk, so they see right there from hands-on.
That's right.
So we can show them from farm to the table.
Right. I like that phrase, farm to the table.
Yes.
But again, that's a great educational piece that not only is going to affect the young people that you're talking about, but also the adults that are involved in the program as well. I think everybody has an opportunity to learn in a situation like that, correct?
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. Now, before we go, I'd always like to leave, how can people get a hold of the two of you? So Marcus, we'll start with you. Danielle, you'll be second to talk about your contact information. Someone's watching the program, they want to know, hey, I like what you said, I want to find out more about that. How can they get a hold of you?
You can contact me at either email, which is mjwil@vt.edu, or you can give me a phone call at 757-514-4332.
And Danielle?
Okay. You can contact me by email, dtsmith@vt.edu, or on my office phone at 757-514-4337.
Okay, and I want to thank you both for being with us today to share some of the great happenings here. And again, I think we all learned something about it. They have a variety of programs, so a great way to tap into a great local resource that can certainly affect your life and certainly the citizens in the city of Suffolk. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for watching this edition of On the Scene. We'll see you next time.